Hola, mis amigos.
Okay.
Me too, Alonso. Y tú.
Wait.
No, we're here. It's a very special weekend. I know you guys see the hat.
Incorrecto, by
I
the
could throw
way.
the shades on, but
Probably
I can
should
see
have.
clearly now the rain's going. This is episode 4, my guys.
We found another guest.
We found
We
another
landed
one.
one. Landed another
I
one.
think it's a pretty great one. Not gonna lie. The resume speaks for itself.
He writes our policies.
Handwritten. Maybe even
You
electronically.
guys are making him blush.
But man, we're sitting here. This is our 4th episode of Shop Talk, CEOs of the Metro. We do like to do it big over here. If you can't tell, we got a new setup in here. I'm kind of liking the vibe. You guys liking the vibe?
I'm digging the vibe hardcore.
You know, we've had
Good
3
vibes.
episodes where we didn't see our sign. You probably didn't even know it was called Shop Talk unless you saw the words on the title. But
They knew.
yeah, man, let's cut the cheese, man. We got Mr. Jack Reilly here. Everybody clap it up.
Yeah!
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna do things differently this time. Usually I explain what they do, but this time let's have you explain the many things that you do, man. Talk
it.
to us.
Yeah. So Jack Reilly with the Reilly Company. We're an insurance brokerage. 97 years old, based out of Leavenworth, Kansas. We got an office here in Overland Park. AKC Pros is a wonderful client of mine, one of the best. So yeah, selling commercial insurance, 24/7. That's what we do.
Sweet.
So there you go.
So how long you been doing this?
3 years. Yeah.
3 years.
Going on 3 years. Yeah.
Okay, 3
So,
years,
yeah,
man.
been a
You're
minute.
97 years old?
97 years old. Yeah.
Benjamin Button.
Nope. I'm 25.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
company's 97 years old.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah,
said you were
yeah.
90. Okay.
Nope.
And
That
do you
makes
do
more
some
sense.
things outside of that as well?
Yeah. So our company, we have the insurance side, which is 95% of our business, and then separately we have a home building development company.
Yeah.
Builds about 70 homes a year,
That's
all in
awesome.
Leavenworth County, so a little bit away from Spring Hill, but
That's awesome.
yeah, man.
Hell yeah. That's not too far. I'd roof out there. It's not too far at all.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yes, sir. So let's talk to us about that first year you started getting into things. Or actually, let's go before that.
Okay.
Whoa. Rewind.
I like it.
We're gonna go back to that when you were about 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah,
Okay.
but before
That
you
gap,
did-
the 5-year gap,
Before you, did
You know the
story,
time you
had to
don't
go
really
through.
remember at all.
Right. Before you were into any business, what
Yeah.
was Mr. Jack doing back then?
Man, just playing golf, basketball, going to school. Just
Damn.
hanging out with friends. I love sports.
Is that what you wanted to do? Was play golf growing up?
Yeah.
I mean, you
that
just
was my
shot a
sport.
73. So
That was my sport. I'm a slow white guy. Can shoot a little bit.
Oh,
But that's it. But it was golf. Golf is a deal for me, man. I like individual sports because I like being in control of my own destiny. I love team sports, but that was just like my thing. Was like
yeah.
I don't want to have to rely on somebody else. Like, are they gonna make the shot or not?
yeah.
So that was my deal. So yeah, 10 years old, man. Just playing on the summer. Like I'm thinking summertime now because when summertime is like drop off the golf course, play as many holes as you can until dark.
That builds mental stamina like crazy. If
Yeah.
you can't play 18 holes without shooting a handful of bad shots without going crazy, like most people,
Yeah.
maybe me, like that. If you can get through 18 holes and not even hesitate or take a double bogey, triple bogey, and
Yeah.
just on to the next one, you're mentally stable. Your mental stamina is there.
Had plenty of double bogeys, but
Oh yeah.
but no, I think like that part of my life has helped me now
Yeah.
more than ever, right? I mean, just like you constantly have bad things or things that don't go your way in business, and then you got to figure out a way out of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's just part of it.
100%.
Or on to the next.
Exactly. You got to have that mental stamina,
Fortitude.
fortitude. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Found it.
So you start growing up a little bit, start getting hair on your chest,
Yeah.
nuts start to drop.
What's that like? What's
things
that
like
like,
that.
guys?
Start to mature a little bit,
What does that feel like?
It
does it feel
takes
like
about
when your
6
nuts drop?
handles of whiskey and you'll start to see the hairs on your chest.
Damn.
There you go.
That's gotta be
Yep.
weird.
You don't really
Chris
feel
still
it. It's just,
doesn't. I mean, we'll figure it
it's
out.
just one day, when that voice starts cracking, you're like,
You would be John Daly if you golfed.
And you're like trying to sing a song and you're like,
no, it's just like one day you're like,
oh my god. That's gotta suck.
and then you look down, you're like, we might be a little too descriptive here. I'm like, you're like, man, I got hair now, guys. Things like that. But yeah, okay.
Nailing
You
it.
start to grow up a
It's
little
so
bit.
exciting though. Like, you
It
gotta
is,
tell
it is.
somebody.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dad, balls drop.
Dad,
Suck.
look at my balls.
You know the most embarrassing thing, bro? So, I'm waiting. I'm like, man, I'm a little guy. I'm like, pubes, man. What? Pubes? I've never even had pubes. What is this? Bro, my little brother, he's like 3 years younger than me. Gets pubes before me.
Oh, hell no.
Nope.
And I'm like, oh.
Looking at his pubes like,
What? Oh, I'm like upset. I'm like, I want a bush.
He fucked before you too, huh? Sorry.
Yeah, so whatever. I've never done anything like that. So now you're growing up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Getting into high school. By the way, what high school did you go to?
St. James.
St.
So
James.
in Lenexa. So kind of close to here-ish.
Okay.
But yeah, St. James in Lenexa. Like where K7 and K10 interact.
Okay.
So drove 30 minutes to high school.
Ooh.
Yeah, weird. But it was,
I mean,
it
gas was like $1.26 back then.
Bro,
so.
I lived. Yeah, I was 30
nowadays
minutes.
it's impossible, but it was cool back then.
Yeah.
When I was 30 minutes from high school, I was getting there in 15 minutes. I don't know about you,
dang.
but
doing the dash.
Cruising in the
I
street.
was sleeping in the morning,
Yup.
leaving last
110.
minute.
Yep.
I got pulled over twice. I had to get
Oh.
diversion for 2 speeding tickets, but
I'm the king
I
of
wasn't late. I was not late unless I got
That's
pulled over.
There you go.
And I was late.
Fair.
So you're in high school, man. When did you start realizing, like, maybe this isn't this, this golfing or sports wasn't going to be a career thing, and I need to start figuring out, like, what do I kind of want to do? When did you start to get to that age?
Yeah. Senior year of college.
College.
No. When I realized golf wasn't a thing was high school, but like when I realized I wanted to do was senior year of college.
Senior year of
No
college.
clue what I wanted. to do.
So what did it take for you to get to that point? Like, what was that thing that just kind of snapped in you, and you were like, okay, this is what I want to do?
When you realized college was getting to the end,
Yeah, when
and
I
you're like,
realized-
all right, it's time to make that decision.
Actually, no, seriously, when a professor told me I had to get a job,
Yeah.
yeah,
Straight
I
up.
was like, I was a professor. I was a personal trainer in college, which is an awesome college job.
Nice.
And then professor was like, "So you gonna be a trainer the rest of your life?" And I was like, "Shit, I guess." I don't know. And he's like, "You probably get a job," and I was like, "I kind of forgot about that." I was living in college. I was like, "I kind of forgot about
What'd you
that."
major in?
Sport management.
Did you take supply chain management at all?
I
like,
did,
Did you
yeah.
have Joe Walden?
Yes.
My dude.
Yeah.
I
That's
studied
what
abroad
grade I
with
got.
that crazy dude. Shout out Joe Walden. That dude's the
out
fucking
Joe.
man.
Shout out.
Yeah.
JoJo.
That dude is the fucking man.
We love
Yeah.
it.
He's the reason. Yeah, that dude's. Yeah.
That was a great class.
He's the truth.
Dang.
The 2 classes I
good?
went to were really
Oh, I'm good. Because of Joe.
What would you rate your college experience from 1 to 10?
10.
10.
Damn.
Yeah, man, it was awesome.
He
said
went
that
to
quick.
It
KU,
was
man.
awesome,
Rock
man.
chalk.
It was so
What
good.
you mean?
That must
So
be
good,
nice.
yeah.
How'd you
What
feel
did that
about?
feel like?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that was well.
So I was in a fraternity in college.
Oh God.
Yeah, I guess, right. I get it.
Are you good
so-
at flip cup? Yes or no?
Not as good as I'd like to be.
Bro.
You said you were in a frat too?
I was, yeah, I know.
That's okay.
But my college experience was awesome. In this way, my grades were not so good.
Uh-oh.
I
Yeah, no.
partied a lot. Didn't go to class.
Of course
I
you did.
graduated.
Well, you're there
I
for the
graduated.
experience.
And you know what? The best part about college for me was I met so many people.
Yeah.
That now it's
That's
like,
all that matters.
I grew my contact list by
Right.
8 times.
Uh-huh.
Right?
It
So
just
now-
100%.
doesn't fucking matter.
I
I mean, it does.
I swear the
I'm
biggest
not-
That's
thing.
the reason you
Yeah.
pay for college, just to be like, hey man, remember me? We fucking
Yeah.
remember when we got
Remember
super
we were
blacked
in
out that one
class?
time?
Remember we were at the
Well, I
Hawk
need a
at
job
2 in the
now.
morning? I bought you shots. You owe me, bro.
I'm a
You said you
businessman
had
now.
me. Time to cash in, motherfucker.
Fucking nerd.
Bro, how'd you feel about KU winning this year? Because, man, I tell you,
Dude.
That still hasn't sank in for me.
I was in New Orleans.
I felt like I had to be there
Right.
for
I
that.
was in New Orleans.
That's dope.
Woo.
It was
That's
sick.
sick.
I would have been out there.
That's
shirt
I had a
off.
couple buddies out there.
You were
It
in
was
Lawrence?
unbelievable, man.
I wasn't.
Oh.
I stayed in the house. I made an executive decision to
I
stay
think I
away
went to
from any
bed.
turmoil.
Executively
Probably
smart.
smart.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Probably smart.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
huge, though. That's crazy.
That was big, bro. Like,
That's why it hasn't
That's
synced in for me, is because I didn't go to Lawrence either,
yeah.
and I wasn't going to school there. So,
In the traffic.
and I went to school there, and we got so close, but we never made it, and we never won. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. If I was in Kansas City, I probably would have gone to Lawrence. Probably would have gone to Lawrence for that.
yeah. Well, you were.
Very few times.
It was in New Orleans, right? Yeah.
I would have gone to Lawrence if I was in K-State.
Yeah. I just didn't
because I
want
feel
to
like
because they
Lawrence
told.
explodes.
I mean,
Yeah.
they said the town like literally multiplied
Oh,
by
yeah.
stupid
I bet that
amounts.
shit was
Yeah.
awesome.
People were on the highway for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it was
There's no way.
horrible.
I don't
Yeah.
like lines.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hate
no,
lines.
So good.
I don't fuck with that.
Feel bad for anyone who had to drive and be in this.
Absolutely not.
Because you're already tired.
And you
staying
know,
there
like
till
half
4 or
of them
5
are
in the morning.
hammered.
Just go to the bowl, get Vegas bombs, sleep on a porch somewhere,
Yeah.
wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Sleep on the
Wake up in the
lawn.
morning.
I guarantee they didn't write any MIPs that night. There's no way in hell
Cops are
anyone.
probably drunk too.
Yeah, well, I saw multiple buddies of mine get MIPs. I had a buddy go on diversion because he was pissing behind a building off Mass
Oh.
Street, but there's no way you could have done that night. That was literally insane.
So good.
As long as no one was going crazy, the cops were probably just like, "Cool,
Yeah.
keep the peace."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
So, start moving through college. You finally realize I need to get a job.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody else. Then, you get your job.
Yeah.
How was that first year?
So I actually didn't start working for my family's company out of college. So I worked for a tech company with a buddy of mine. Hired me and a few buddies on to be tech sales guys. He said, you don't need to have any tech knowledge, right? And we were selling like tech
Tech 9.
services. And we were recruiting people to technology jobs. So I worked there for 30 days.
30 days.
30 days. And you're hiring people that are like doing like programming and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're asking like a list of questions and then they're just lying to you constantly because they want the job and I'm not smart
Yeah,
enough
so
to
you're
know.
hiring
I'm
out.
hiring
Yeah,
for other companies.
you're getting subs
Like
for
like Cerner.
you're contracting
Yeah.
out
Oh,
jobs.
okay.
Yeah. And so they're like, do you know SQL C? And you're like, and they're like,
Yeah, I
and you're
do.
just like, cool. I mean, I don't know
Alright,
that.
sounds good.
I'm like, great. And so you just get swindled constantly. And so then I was like, you know what, this isn't for me. So I wanted to get into insurance, and my uncle wouldn't hire me.
Damn.
So then, which
Damn,
I
man.
don't blame him.
What?
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Wait, what's the
I'm
story?
surprised
on
he
that?
still hired me.
Deep shit there.
But I started interviewing at insurance brokers, and like, luckily we have a big enough brokerage name where kind of people knew us, and they were like, I'm not gonna hire you and train you, and then you go back. So luckily he hired me on like a couple months later, and then the rest is history.
You came back and you're like, Grandpa, no
I
one's
was
gonna
like, yeah,
fucking hire me. You got to do it.
You've done a good enough job, or people know the name of the company, so it's like, please hire me. And then he did, and it's been full speed ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Really showed your uncle, didn't you?
Is he happy with his decision?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
that's all that matters.
Proud of you, dude.
You proved him
There you
wrong.
go.
yes, sir. So when you started going on your journey, man, everybody has a hiccup eventually, you know, or has their ups and downs. Was there ever a time where you were like, oh, well, I didn't realize exactly what I was getting into, or you're like, oh my god, this is different than what I thought?
My entire first year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk us through that.
Yeah.
So he hired me on. He was like, hey, it's a sales position. Basically, you're calling on business owners like Chris or Heather. And you're just like, oh, it's so easy. Like, I'm just calling people, and then I just have to be like, hey, I'm going to sell you this product. It's going to be cheap. Be this. And you're like, this is so easy. Like, I'm just picking up a phone book, calling people. And then you call 100 people, and you hear no 100 times. And you're like,
Yeah. I feel like calling 100 people
You're like,
sounds
damn.
easy. It sounds fucking horrible.
But
to me.
sounding
Yeah.
good over the phone,
it's like skill.
Yeah.
huge
you
that's-
got it.
It's a huge skill.
You got it.
So yeah, so you just like
100%. It's a fucking
for the,
skill.
the entire first
Yes.
year, I was second guessing my decision. I was like, I don't know, this is gonna be easy. I was like, I'm gonna write the most premium in business and company
Yeah.
history. Like, and then you get halfway through and you're like, I haven't written anything.
Yeah, it's
I'm
so
just
much easier to
literally
just
here to
hang up.
go.
It's so much easier to hang up the phone
Oh, man.
than
Yeah.
close the door if you're knocking it. You know what I'm saying? Or confronting someone face to face.
Yeah.
Like that's literally the hardest way for someone to say no.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You did phone
yeah,
sales too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I did too for a while.
and that shit's tough.
I hate.
You
I
gotta
couldn't-
have
I don't
leather
even wanna
skin.
try.
Right.
Because those
Like,
they're
that
like
sounds
keyboard
horrible.
warriors on the other side of the phone if
Right.
they're having a
Yeah.
bad day.
Yeah,
They'll say
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they want.
And at the end of the day, they can just hang the phone up if they
Yeah.
want to. There's
And
no-
then you're on to
You're
the
like-
next one and you can't bring that
Right.
that energy to the next person you're trying to help.
It's crazy how many times you call someone, you're like running through scripts, right? I mean, just like multiple scripts just to keep yourself entertained.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, just, the business owner's like, hello. You're like, I'm going to save you money. And he was like, fuck you. Hangs up. You're like, what the hell? Like, what did I do to you, man? Like, come on.
He's
I
been
said
waiting to
save
say
money,
that
not-
for so
not-
long.
not spend it.
I was waiting for
Save
that.
money.
Did
That's
I
better.
speak? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But like over time, it becomes like more face to face, and then you have clients, and then you'll be able to like meet people in person, and then it becomes more of like
Yeah,
a
the
enjoyable
crazy
process.
the
Right.
crazy thing is if you stay persistent and then you meet that one right client
Exactly.
that believes in you and you maybe
Yeah.
even change their life,
Exactly.
who else are they going to refer?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's like you're calling on people to help you, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you're not calling on people
To take their money.
to take their money, right? You want to help them and make sure that you can guide them through whatever.
Because you
are
feel like
selling.
you're better at it than the other person that they would maybe call.
100%.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's about guidance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's like
guidance
the biggest
for sure.
thing, right? I mean, you see a bunch of insurance guys out there calling them, collect a check, and then you try to get a hold of them. It's like they freaking blocked your number.
Yeah.
Like you want to be that person that like can guide your client along. They have a question, you call, you pick the phone up. Actually,
Right.
they have your cell phone.
Yeah.
That's like what
Yeah.
I try to do is like you have my cell phone. So if you have a problem, I literally had a guy call me at 2 a.m. 3 weeks ago. This is unbelievable. he was driving back from a bar. No, right? What? All
What
good.
thoughts, sir?
All good.
Going on?
His hit calls me at 2 in the morning. He's like, "Hey, insurance guy, what do I do?" And I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "I just got in a hit and run."
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
I just
call
woke
the
up.
police.
Oh my
I'm like, not
God.
me. I'm like, call the police.
Like,
I'm
but
like,
I
can't.
trust you.
I'm like, dude, I
You're my
can't do
dude.
anything. I'm like, I call the police.
Damn.
But like, that's like to me that meant more than anything because it's like now he thinks I'm a contact, which
Yeah.
is good. But I mean, preferably don't call me in the morning.
You earned,
But-
you clearly earned
yeah, but it's good,
credibility.
right? Yeah, it's
Car
good,
crash,
right? But
whatever.
yeah, so
Yeah, you clearly earned your credibility to
Yeah.
where
But-
he was like, "Yo, I need to call."
cops and then
yeah.
Yeah. Well, nowadays
guy
you don't
can
even
give
have
you
to
good
call the
advice.
cops because they take so fucking long,
True.
and they don't even go on high-speed pursuits anymore.
True.
So you just take your
Insurance
pictures,
guy.
call
Yeah,
your
it's like,
insurance,
insurance guy,
and you
help me.
move on with your day, and hopefully your car can still keep going,
Seriously.
or else you're fucked.
Yep.
So, this is another question I want to ask too, just because
Yeah.
I want other people to know, just because, I don't want people to think that just from what age you are, that it matters, like, what you can take on and things like that. So, with you being, since people look at, 24, 25, in that age range, they look at it as young people.
Yeah.
Even though we are young people, how is it, dealing with certain things that you're dealing with now at a young age? Do you think it affects how you work, or do you think it affects how people work with you, or do you think, like, how does it feel to be as young as you are and take on so much? Like, how does that feel, bro?
You feel like you have to work harder. I feel like because a business owner that's 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, they're not going to trust you right away.
Right.
So you have to constantly prove yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like a fun challenge of it too. Is like you're constantly having to like show your worth and just outwork your competition, which I like. I mean, I treat it like a sport. I feel like your job or your career is kind of like, that's why I relate to golf a lot. Is like you're constantly behind a tree trying to punch out. You're doing this, right? I mean, but
and you're kind of like competing with yourself.
you're competing
too.
with yourself too. And like as a young guy in business, like you're always gonna have people that don't trust you or don't
Yeah.
believe you just because they're older, and they want someone who's older, and you're like, all right. I mean, at the end of the day, you're like, as a young guy, you're like, fuck that. Like,
Right.
I'm working harder than that older guy. Like, let's
Right.
go. Like,
And you want
that's the
people,
game.
You want people that want to work with you. Like,
And yeah,
when they want to work with you, that's the type of relationship that you want to have.
100%.
Like-
But yeah, I feel like a younger guy in business, like, it's a hard position to be in, being 24, 25, but it's also the best.
Right.
Because there's so many sales guys out there who are older
Yeah.
and that are not active and kind of relying on, they've been with me for 30 years,
Yeah.
20 years, and you can just infiltrate, and just attack.
Yeah.
And
So
you
you're
kinda-
always on that, like the way in the insurance world, it's all about your book size, right? Your book of business. Where like an older guy has a big book of business. He's kind of sitting back. I picture him smoking a cigar,
Yeah.
sitting back. I'm like, what do I have to lose?
Right, exactly.
I don't have anything to go. Like that's
Yeah.
that's like I don't know.
And
That's
being
how
at a
I
young
view it.
age, you kind of get to reap the benefits a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
You're learning it so young that
Yeah.
you're able to make your mistakes
100%.
really early and learn from them really quick instead
Yeah.
of like be older and be more established in your career, be making those mistakes.
Exactly.
Or
Like
be like learning it at that age, but you're learning it so young.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of these older people or older generation that are in our same industry, they've probably been in the industry the same length of time as us. There's not too many people that are lifers in our industry. So that's a stereotype that you have to get out of the client's head or the homeowner's head that you're helping. So if you can teach them something, that's my favorite part, is when I teach them something that they didn't know that benefits them. You immediately gain that credibility, and you can honestly sometimes see that light bulb turn on in their head, and they're just like, yeah, this is my dude. Or this is the person that's representing me.
Once they realize
that's what I like.
that they can trust a younger person and that they're outworking the other person, then it's game over.
If you if you can control your communication and you know it's good, and then you want to make a friend off the jump, because if you make a friend, they're obviously gonna think about calling you. They're gonna refer you out, like they have a memory or two with you. But then if you can answer their questions and teach them something along the way, it's game over.
Yeah. I feel like the biggest hurdle that, like, when I talk to an older business owner is, like, they don't think that, like, the younger generation, like, communicates very well, or, like, they keep up with their email or stuff like that.
A lot of them don't either.
And that's a stereotype that's probably pretty much true, right? I mean, yeah. And so if you do the little things, like, that's where I, like, try to perfect is, like, the little things. The big things, they're great, but it's the little things that, like, a customer will remember, right? Like,
they add up.
I called him, I texted him, I did this in 5 minutes, he got to me in full.
Yep.
I mean, whatever, right?
Like something that they were thinking, like, he'll get back to me tomorrow. 5 minutes from now, I got your answer.
Whatever, yeah.
They're like, whoa, I appreciate that.
Just answering quick, being on your stuff, right?
Yeah.
And in our mind, it's like, well, the faster I get it done, the faster I don't have to worry about it anymore. So that only makes sense to me.
100%.
So I'm going to go ahead and do it that way.
Yeah.
And I think being a younger person, like being 25 and having 3 years of experience, just nothing. Like, then when I'm 30, right, I can have 8 years experience.
Yeah.
Where not many 30-year-olds can say that. And then when you're 40, right, you got 18.
Assuming you stay in the same industry, but yeah.
But you can take the skills that you've learned now, business skills, and apply them to whatever.
And that's the thing, right? If you're in a sales position, like, it applies to pretty much every industry.
That's why I've been trying to. I just hired 3 18-year-old guys. I'm like, hey, whatever you guys decide to do, if it's not roofing, fine, whatever. But I'm about to teach you some shit that I wish I learned when I was 18. And if you're on your shit, you're consistent, you're coachable, like, you guys will be set by the time you're 30. You have 2 choices. Either you can party your ass off through your 20s, like the rest of your friends, and me. I did that. Hee. And then wake up when you're 30 and be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What do I have to show for? Like. Yeah. Or you can work your ass off right now these next 10 years
and retire early.
And be like, ballin'.
Do you feel like you have a good balance of, like, your life, like your, outside life, and then work? Or do you feel like sometimes you feel just a little overwhelmed of, I'm work, and I have so much responsibility that you kind of forget sometimes that, I am still young. I still can do certain things.
I was literally talking with my dad about this 2 days ago. So my dad runs our home building company. So he's not really in the insurance deal, which is good because we have a great relationship. So it's cool to, like, kind of work together, but not in the same industry, right?
That's nice.
We were talking about work-life balance, and he asked me, like, the same question you asked me. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like I have a work-life balance because I feel like I enjoy what I do, so I try to make it everything.
And that's the key.
It's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's like today I was playing golf. Like, that, to me, that's balance, not work. But I'm playing with a client and a prospective client. So I'm turning that balance into work.
Yes.
Where I'm trying to make money constantly.
Dude,
so
I feel that.
To me, like, that's where, I don't want to have to work till 3 a.m. every night.
That's my goal.
I'm not like a crazy person, but it's like just to constantly be.
Yeah.
If I can gain clientele on the golf course, bro, you'll never see me again. You'll never see me again. Straight up, that's my goal.
That'd be dope to never see you. I'm just kidding.
I mean, probably, honest.
No, but I think work-life balance is good. I just think it's like, if you really, really enjoy what you do, then you don't have a lot of work-life balance.
Yeah.
Right. Because you don't need it. You're cool with that, right? I mean, like, you're at a dinner with your family or whatever, and someone comes up to you, and you're like, oh, that's my guy, whatever. And you're making connections that way.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
that's just me. Like, that's just
Yep.
my job. And I enjoy it. Like,
Yep.
I don't need to have that balance where I'm like, I'm not working right now. Peace. Like, don't talk to me, right?
Yeah.
So,
All right.
And ding dong.
We might as well get into it then.
Ding
works.
dong,
I love it.
shimmer.
Well, now we are in our last segment.
Dun dun dun. It's funny because no one hears the noise but you, so we're just sitting there staring
You
at
just
you.
look like a uncle laugh, like.
Would you rather? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right.
Let's get ready for this.
Would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
Memories.
Memories.
That was
Everyone
the
said the same
quickest,
thing.
dude. He's quick.
Everybody said the
I
same
want to see the next one.
Right, right.
Memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
What's the point of having vision if you can't remember, dude?
Short-minded,
Can't
sometimes the best life to
You
live.
can't have vision if you have no vision.
Whoa.
If you can't see.
But you can hear
Just be forgetting shit.
Memories.
bats,
Easy.
Memories. Okay.
Easy.
like bats.
All right. Next one.
Okay.
Like
That's
50
not
first
even-
dates.
Now.
Wake up every day.
day.
Not remember shit.
I like it.
I do
All right.
like that car though in that movie.
It's kind of tight.
Would you rather wear the same socks for a month
Ooh.
or wear the same underwear for a week?
Socks.
Socks.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Socks for a
Definitely.
month.
Definitely.
I look down to see if he's even wearing socks.
It's like I can go without.
Socks. Easy.
All right. Would you rather have a pause button or a re button in life? Oh wow. Sorry, I said
Re button.
Re button.
Rewind.
Hey, just start
Rewind.
it again.
Would you rather
just
have a-
ask the question again. Put your headphones on.
Oh, I don't even need them. That's how raw I am.
I see that. I see that literally.
Oh, dude.
ICUP. Would you rather have a pause button or a rewind button in life?
Pause button.
Pause.
Like clock
That's
stoppers.
yeah.
That's a good one.
It's like Click, right? The movie.
Yeah.
Click.
You pause.
Have you guys seen clock stoppers?
No,
Never.
yeah. I like the rewind because I would like to see people's reactions. And if it's not the reaction I wanted, well, woo, woo, woo.
What if it's the same thing every
Always want to do the
time?
same thing.
Huh?
What if it's the same thing every time?
I'm gonna say something different.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna change the course of the rest
Yeah,
of
I'm
your
just
life.
gonna see
Wait,
what the
let me
next
try that
reaction. Yeah.
That didn't land. Clearly, you didn't get my
I'd like
humor.
if someone asks, if someone, like someone asks you a question, you don't know the answer. Pause.
Exactly. I know all the answers.
Actually, it's.
Actually.
Actually, according to
All right. Would you rather lose all your teeth
Whoa.
or would you rather lose a day every time you kiss?
Huh? I don't like that one.
Wait, lose all my teeth or lose a day every time?
Every single time you kiss or somebody, even your pet. If you
Lose a
every-
day.
Lose a day.
Yeah.
Of your life?
If you walk in a room with no teeth.
you can get
You
fake
get dentures
teeth,
though. You
dude.
get dentures.
You can
Yeah.
get dentures.
George
Come on,
Washington
man.
You
Put them
get-
in, put them out.
you get
Probably
some-
comfy.
The V's in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
Sleep
I can't
with-
even think about that.
Nah,
I'm not
that'd be
thinking about
weird.
loopholes here.
Dude.
Loophole. You better think about the loopholes.
Loopholes are clutch in these
I'll stand
questions.
with what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lose a day every
Lose
time
a
you
day.
kiss?
That's
Does
fine.
it counts when you kiss a dog?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want
No, it doesn't.
Fine, I
Every
don't
time you
have a
pucker
dog.
your lip-
I don't have a dog.
No.
That's fine.
Yes.
You know how many
We're good.
times I to Tommy to
Yeah.
come, get the fuck over here, dude.
Be dead tomorrow.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right.
You were. Fuck.
All right. Would you? This is gonna be a hard one.
Okay.
Would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page, or would you rather bite your tongue every time you eat? Now keep in
It's
mind,
honestly easy.
Equally.
Question.
you bite your tongue.
Surprised you haven't answered faster.
You bite your tongue every time you eat. You're like, you bite your tongue 3 times a day, maybe 4 times.
Yeah. I'd say
You get paper cuts.
I have a
It's
paper cut
endless.
right now, and I feel like I had to put a Band-Aid on it earlier today. So I'm gonna go tongue bite.
Tongue bite.
Easy.
Wow. You're the first one I think that said tongue
The
bite.
paper cut sucks.
Tongue
Yeah.
bites
Yeah.
I know
suck.
they're
That
real,
ruins the
like-
whole meal.
I cut my fingers and taped up to play golf today because it hurt. That's the biggest pansy move of all time. That's a good point.
Okay. Would you rather walk? I need to change this one because this one's easy. Would you rather walk to work in heels,
You gotta have an easy one.
or would you rather drive in reverse to work?
Drive reverse.
Easy. That's easy.
Yeah.
What would you do? I want to know what you would do.
Drive in reverse like this.
Oh.
Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift. She'd do a 360. She wouldn't even go for it. She'd do a 360 to stay in reverse.
Donut.
Okay. Eyes in the back of your head.
No, they got reverse cameras now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn! Think about that.
Damn, dog.
All right.
90s kids.
Would you rather die before or after your partner? If you had.
He says, what partner?
After? Fucking might as well live as long as I can after. Yeah, why not?
You can take the heartbreak.
Yeah, I guess.
Been living my
Is that a
life.
heartless answer?
Been living by myself this whole time.
Learn to love again.
I came in this world by myself.
Yeah, I guess after.
After it is.
By
All right.
myself again.
Would you rather take
Damn.
anything back that you ever said?
Everybody dies.
What was this take
Damn.
take anything back?
Take anything back that you said,
Okay.
or would you rather hear any convo that was said about you?
Ooh, hearing a combo said about me.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, you really
No
like
regrets.
overthinking like that?
No regrets like that.
Yeah.
Take it, don't.
So you can
whatever.
get.
So you know
feel
what?
like-
I
wanna know
heard
what
you
you were
talking to
saying, yeah.
Cheryl.
Yeah, I'd love to roll with somebody be like,
It's not cut.
I know that was 300 yards away, but I don't fuck with
so we're
you.
not cool.
Yeah. So
So we're not
fuck
cool.
you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. No, thank you.
I heard what you said 400 yards away.
Yeah.
Not playing that shit.
Yeah,
I heard what you said
Hell
3 years ago.
Nah.
That'd be badass.
Now these are the hardest questions on here. Okay,
Uh-oh.
we got two more.
Okay.
Would you rather lose your ability to read, or would you rather lose your ability to speak?
Read.
You said that fast as hell.
That's easy, dude.
Read?
Yeah, I can't shut up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think-
Only
I
He
think
when I
wouldn't
talk,
be good
talk,
at his
talk,
job
talk,
if he
talk.
was only able
Only
to
when I
read.
talk. So yeah.
That's how when you go out and you're like talking to people, bing, bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got a lead. Sweet.
I don't remember the last time I read.
should
I
probably
don't
read.
think about it.
Should probably read.
How would you ever know what day it is?
Just think about it. If you read more, you'd
What
have
it-
more to talk about.
You would understand.
You would- You wouldn't be able to read your phone when you woke up in the morning and be like,
You wouldn't be able to.
You would
get
be like, "What's the
text.
address to the house?"
oh.
You'd figure it out after year 5. You'd be like, that 1 and that 2 number. That's I know what that is now.
You can't read. You're in. It's.
But
it's
you'd
never gonna happen.
understand
Like,
like
every day you start from day one.
Oh, so if you're going to a
Every
house
day you
party,
start from
if
day
you're going
one.
to a house party, you don't know how to
Oh my
get
god,
there.
you would say house party.
Well,
frat boy.
he said address. I was like house
that
party.
was actually really funny.
Call
I'm sorry I
call
didn't
your
laugh.
boy. Call your boy. You've been most waiting. I need an
Uber.
Uber.
On a string line, you'd be like,
You're like, goddamn.
"Now, last one.
Wouldn't say house party.
God.
Now,
Flip cup or die, bro.
Damn it.
would you rather be locked in an overly bright room or a completely dark room? Think wisely,
Okay.
thoroughly.
Don't fuck
Don't
this.
think too much.
Okay. Dark room.
Dark room. Why?
Yeah. I feel like my apartment's dark. I never turn lights on because I'm just by myself.
Turn
It's
off
like
the
whatever.
lights.
It's just like whatever. Just walking. I feel like I live in darkness half the time because I'm
Whoa,
only there to like
dude.
sleep. I never go there for anything else.
I live in the darkness.
So dark. Yeah. Why not? Turn your iPhone camera on or your flashlight.
So you use the TV as your light?
Oh, totally. Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I get it.
Not
I
like
get it.
save electricity. I just I'm like, I'll walk in. I'm like,
I don't turn the lights on in my
whatever,
house
you know?
either.
Yeah, never,
Don't need to.
Never. Why not?
I leave
Well,
one
I
light
can
on
see
if I
enough.
leave at
It's
night.
like,
Yeah.
We got dogs, so we have to, but
'Cause you're
other than that, I
sure.
really wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't really be there if I didn't have Tommy.
I didn't know 4 lights in my apartment were out until a week ago. Until like, I had
How
to
big's
go-
your
I had to go
apartment,
over and I
dude?
was like, dude, whatever. Literally, it's as big as.
Do you
1,000
eat
square
at
feet.
home?
Yeah,
You do make food at home?
I make food.
It doesn't sound like it.
But
He was at a house party, dude. What do you expect?
Yeah, I was turning on lights. I was like, oh shit, where are my lights? I had no idea. I'm never there, man. I eat.
It's a vacant apartment. I don't fucking know.
Always stays clean. I'm never there.
That's good.
It's perfect.
Fuck with it. You're busy, man. Might as well be busy than not doing shit, you know?
That's right, dude.
He's out on the streets doing business.
Playing golf,
Yeah.
slanging deals.
Man, he's on that
I don't know
big
about that.
shit.
Trying.
Yeah.
That's the goal, right?
Trying.
I tell you, if I'm
That's the
if
goal,
I'm
man.
playing golf and slanging deals, you won't see me again.
Slaying and
See me.
deal.
You will not see me no more.
Well, it was a great show this week. Appreciate you for coming.
Well, I appreciate you
Take
guys
it
having me.
For real, dude.
Taking your
Yeah.
time out of the
It was
way.
fun.
It's outstanding.
Fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah, man. If I can reach you, Connor, I will swear to God,
Do
I'll
it.
bang
Do
your
it.
nose.
Do it.
We're banging.
Go!
We're banging.
We're banging.
We're banging.
We're banging.
Gang banging a little bit.
All right. I don't want to
All right. This is episode of season 4. Well, I said episode season 4. Okay.
Season
This
4.
is episode number 4, man.
We'll
We got
get
it
to
out of the way.
season 4.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week.
And I'll see you on the golf course, my dude.
Oh! Oh
Amen.
shit!
Yes,
Challenge
sir.
accepted, bro.
Shop talk. Let's get it, gang.